Yes. This is very cool. It's very cool.
It is. I tell you, concert stage is a thing of beauty. There's nothing I like better than front row seats. This is backstage pass. I know. I'm a groupie, what can I say?
No, you are a magician. You turned Noah into an exact replica of Eli Love. I mean, Noah gets to sing on this stage and Life Beat. I mean, they raise a ton of money for AIDS charities. It's all good.
I can't take all the credit, you know. No, but really hard. Yeah. Hey, Patrick, what do you think?
It's amazing.
Right? You wait till you see your dad's moves up here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I swear.
What?
Hi. Hey.
So, you ready for your big debut?
Actually, change of plans. I won't be going on tonight.
I need to speak with Sonny alone. Okay, so there's no easy way to do this, so I'm just gonna do it. I can't know you anymore.
Stone Cold! Hey! What time is it? It's morning, okay? You were out on your bike all night, right? Easing your secret pain, just like the jackal spent 3 hours of the morning easing my own.
Elizabeth and her children were threatened again. I need to find out who's responsible.
Trust me, okay? It's all there. Now you two have to live up to your end of the deal. If Jason Morgan finds out what happened in the park with Elizabeth and her kids, he will kill you. And if he finds out that I had anything to do with it, I will kill you. Now all you gotta do is get out of town and stay out.
There you go, Anna. Your hard-working pseudo-rock stars bailing at the last minute.
No, it's just a case of stage fright. You know, the biggest entertainers in the world get it. As soon as you're on there and you start performing, it's just
Look, I
gonna
won't be
disappear.
performing. I'm not a rock star. I'm a neurosurgeon. I'm sorry that I even agreed to do this in the
You're
first.
sorry. It's not enough that Light Beef sold every ticket, now they're gonna have to give the money back? Or that they did a massive promotional push, or that Eli Love put his own reputation in line because you said you'd be there for him?
Keep your voice down.
Why, Dad? It's over. You're quitting.
No, he's not gonna let everyone down.
Oh, he's not. Anna, welcome to my world.
Patrick, don't take this personally, okay?
Oh, you don't know about Patrick? Oh, it's all about Patrick. Every perceived flaw I have is a personal affront to my son. Another reason for him to be disappointed in his own man.
Well, you gave me a lifetime of practice. After Mom died, you put your own personal grief in front of everyone else's. It wasn't enough that I lost my mom. I had to watch you crash and burn because of it. I can't believe I expected you to walk out of that black hole, turn your life around.
You know what? I'm far enough out of that hole to recognize a pompous jerk when I see one.
Okay, that's enough. This isn't helping anything.
No, right. You're right. You know what? I'm not disappointed at all. You did exactly what I expected. You're a coward. And now you're gonna have to explain to everybody. At least you have experience admitting your failures.
Is this about Rick's ultimatum yesterday when he said he was going to come after you to
I
get to him?
plan to explain to Rick that he's overestimated whatever small connection that we share and assure him that I've severed all ties with you.
And what do you think you're going to get in return?
The original plea bargain. I'm happy to do community service instead of going to jail. And when I've completed my obligation, I will go back to Manhattan and never look back.
Well, that's a great plan. But it won't fly.
Sonny, you don't understand. If I get locked up, I will lose my position at Couture. I cannot let that happen.
No, you don't understand what you're up against. My brother lives his life to make me pay for his misery. Okay? So by hurting you, he's hurting me.
Right. So you're saying I have no recourse?
What I'm saying is, take a step back, let me deal with my brother.
No, I don't let other people solve my problems.
What do you mean?
No.
Why?
I'm not gonna get sucked into you and your brother's insanity, all right? No. Starting now, I am done with this.
Morning. Coffee's on the table.
Thanks.
I was thinking, do you want to take the kids to the beach on Saturday?
Is this something you really want to do?
Why not? Okay. I know it's not going to be easy to rebuild the trust, but we have to start somewhere. We love the beach. Cameron loves the beach. I thought it would be nice if we could be together the first time Jake puts his little feet in the ocean. It could be a special moment that we share. If I'm pushing you too hard, you just gotta tell me, but you really need to try to meet me halfway.
The only thing that I want from you was honesty.
One guy was 6 foot, gray hair. The other guy was shorter, darker hair. It was afternoon, okay? It was right in the center of the park. What?
Just that the jackal was rudely awakened from deep sleep, so just give me a couple minutes to focus, that's all. Not that I'm in any condition for cyber sleuthing anyway, since my heart has been shattered into cork-sized fragments.
All right, what happened?
The jackal now has an understanding of Stone Cold's secret pain, and some things are too grievous to speak of. But simply allow me to enter the description of the evildoers that threatened Fair Elizabeth and your progeny. Whew.
So, anyway, I do not expect to be seeing either of you around anymore.
Nope, but it sure was nice doing business with you.
This is going to come back to bite you. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The 2 men that just left, they matched the description of the guys who threatened Elizabeth in the park.
Those guys? Those guys are grips on Everyday Heroes.
Come on, Sam. I know what it's like to get caught doing something wrong and then deny, but if I figured it out, how long do you think until Jason puts it all together?
Oh, I'm sorry, miss, but I think you may have wandered into the wrong house.
Yeah. Looks so much like a place I used to live in, but after a week of late shifts, it's kind of hard to tell. But I swear you look like someone I know. Yes, I'm pretty sure we've met.
So you up for the day, or you still need some more sleep?
I need more coffee.
When I came downstairs to leave for the stables, you were crashed on the couch, dead to the world.
Yeah, I didn't even take time to change after work. All I wanted to do was get home. And then I sat on the couch to look at the mail, and that is the last thing I remember. At least you didn't have to step over me in the doorway.
Well, the next time that you have to work late, you call me, and I'll come downstairs and meet you here and carry you up.
You will?
Yeah.
You do that for me?
No, do it for me. I hate it when I can't wake up next to you.
I just don't know how to believe anything you say or do. It's not about being mean. It's just honest.
We promised we could try again. That's why I'm here. But if you don't want to do it,
I'm not gonna hold you to it.
Well, that seemed a little too easy for you.
Because I don't know what you want.
I want you to fight for me. I want to know that if I invest in us again, that I won't find myself tripping over Jason anymore.
This isn't about Jason.
It's always about Jason. Whether he's your lover or your friend.
We're not friends anymore.
Since when?
Jason lives a dangerous life. I'm not gonna expose my children to it.
Oh, Sue, you didn't end your friendship with Jason for me. Or to save our marriage.
Whether or not you and I can save our marriage, Jason will no longer be a part of my life.
If you actually believe that I hired the man who threatened Elizabeth, why didn't you tell Jason?
Because we're friends, and I would never want to blow your cover. Besides, I admire you. It was a brilliant plan getting those guys to scare Elizabeth. That perfect mom probably went running to Lucky, never to see Jason again.
I don't care about Elizabeth.
Sam, you disappoint me. Not long ago, we were all about ruining Elizabeth's life. Here I am waiting for the fun to start. Unfortunately, Mac gave me a description of what the guys from the park look like, and those two fit it.
No, those two do not. I already told you, they are workers from Everyday Heroes, my show. Remember that show? Besides, Elizabeth is living in a hell of her own making.
All right, that's how you want to play it. Just make sure no one else catches on.
Okay, I want you to hack into the security links from every building surrounding that park, and you find anyone who remotely fits that description.
Okay, why not have Fair Elizabeth take a look at possible suspects so she can help you narrow it down?
She can't.
I mean, it's really easy. I can just isolate the frames, blow it up, print it
I'm
out.
not going to be seeing Elizabeth anymore.
What about baby Stone?
I don't want to talk about it, Spinelli.
You can't be permanently separated from your
I've
firstborn.
decided to stay out of Elizabeth's life and her children's for good.
I thought you were taking the afternoon off.
You heard my father changing plans.
That's a chart for one of Noah's patients.
Robin, I've been reviewing my father's charts for the past 5 weeks.
Why?
Because 5 weeks ago, I came up with a brilliant plan to have my father impersonate Eli Love, and now obviously he's cracking under the pressure. I want to make sure that no one's fell through the cracks.
Do you really think Noah neglected his patients?
I'll tell you when I'm done. Look, I know my father's limitations, but I wanted to do Eli Love surgery so bad that I neglected my hard-won experience.
I wonder why.
To save the unsavable patient.
Is that all? I mean, it was to kind of make a connection with your dad. It was something to share with him.
It is ridiculous of me to think that my father could pull this off. This is doomed to fail from the start. He's too self-centered to see this through.
I'm sorry about all your hard work. I mean, I'll make a sizable personal donation to Lifebeat.
Why don't we just table Lifebeat for now and just try to figure out why your son laid into you?
I'm used to that. My son is nothing if not unforgiving. I don't really take it to heart anymore.
Since when?
Oh, you heard. His mother, my wife, died on the operating table.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll tell you about sorry. My response was to become pathetic drunk.
Grief does that to you sometimes. You know, my circumstances are completely different, but I have to say the results are the same. I failed my daughter miserably. Horribly. You know, I essentially left her to her own devices for the most pivotal and I know painful years of her life. The difference is that I refused to accept that distance and all the disappointment. And I decided that I was going to try to be the best mom that I could right now, in the present. And thank God, Robin was gracious enough to accept me back into her life. And now I am able to have a relationship with my adult daughter that I wasn't able to have in her childhood. So, you know, I'm not judging you or anything, though, but I feel that my approach is a little happier than yours.
Mr. Lansing, I appreciate you coming.
Ah, it's Rick. You know, I must admit, I was intrigued that you'd called me. I should warn you, if you're planning on offering me money, bribing a city official is a Class D felony, and that's 2 years in prison, not counting the hit and run, of course.
Well, I can assure you, Mr. Lansing. Rick.
Yeah.
I have no intention of trying to buy you off. Although I do believe that I can give you what you want.
Have the papers notarized and sent back to me. I'll look for them midweek. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I should have called first. I didn't mean to just drop by like that.
No one really drops by here. No one's waiting anywhere. I heard about what happened at the park. You rescued Elizabeth and her children.
Yeah, I happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Good. Well, on behalf of my brother, I'm very grateful. Thank you.
You do know that Lucky was called to the scene. Okay, well, I could not believe the level of tension between him and Elizabeth, and I am pretty certain that Lucky is going to be desperate to be the one to find these guys, and I'm really worried that he's going to put himself in harm's way.
That's what cops do. Why are you suddenly worried about me?
Thank God you and the kids are okay.
It was terrifying.
Elizabeth, what happened?
A couple of men figured out that I was connected to Jason and wanted to use me and my kids as leverage against him.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, but I didn't tell the police.
You covered for Jason.
And I'd do it all over again.
I'll talk to you later. Rick is on a warp path. He's gonna come after Kate now.
You see, that's exactly why I'm here. Rick knows where you're vulnerable. He knows how to hurt me.
What do you mean? What happened?
I'm wondering if Rick is behind the attack on Elizabeth in the park.
Okay, maybe I see this a little bit more clearly because we have a lot of the same emotional baggage.
You have a steamer trunk full of emotional baggage.
Your dad was never around when you needed him. Your mother passed away. Hello?
So what's your point?
Okay, my point is maybe just this once, a case of stage fright is actually stage fright.
My dad was all over this thing from the beginning. The lifestyle, the fans, the personal lesson from your mom. Until it got real, then he decided to bail.
Are you aware of how quick you are to judge your father?
I could imagine it gets a little bit scary to get up on stage, but he made a commitment to these people that need Lifebeat for help. But he's not going to follow through because he can't see through his own weakness.
Or fear?
He doesn't want to fail, so he's not even going to try. Which gives him an excuse to hate himself, which gives him an excuse to drink. You see where I'm going with this?
Oh, okay, Patrick, I wonder what would happen if instead of attacking Noah, you just gave him the benefit of the doubt.
It's pointless, Robin.
Because you've tried so many times? Come on, I know deep down you really love your father, so if you're not supporting him, maybe you're the one who's bailing.
Do you really think if I get up here and do this, that my son will suddenly respect me?
I don't know. It's worth a try. Look, I'm not going to say you're exactly like Eli, because that would be an insult to both your careers. But you are definitely good enough to pass. You know, when the lights are dimmed and the band is rocking out, all those fans are out there screaming, you're going to be golden.
Just thought of performing to people that are going to be out there makes me want to dive head first into a bottle of vodka. I don't know if I could even put one foot in front of the other to make it onto the stage.
Could you if Patrick's life were in the balance?
Yeah, I'd have to, wouldn't I?
What about his love? I don't know. If you do this, you might just turn things around for the two of you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Sonny is the one you're after, not me.
Well, he's a criminal.
So why intentionally seek to damage my career?
Well, you choose to associate with the wrong people in this house.
Uh-huh, I see. If I lost my magazine tomorrow, Sonny wouldn't lose a moment's sleep. You don't hurt Sonny when you hurt me. You just hurt me.
Yes, but Sonny's invested in you. He will feel guilty if you suffer. You know, maybe guilty enough to trigger a downward spiral, a repeat of last summer. Where did Sonny fail to mention that he was mentally ill? Well, shame on him. Well, full disclosure, Miss Howard, my brother is a card-carrying whack job. He's manic-depressive.
All the more reason for me to want nothing to do with him.
Is it me, or did Sam leave this place in record time?
Well, I'm just now starting to get to know my cousin. I just think she's still in a lot of pain over her breakup with Jason and looking for some place to put all that emotion.
You think she's putting it into me?
I think she can relate to what you're going through, yes.
You know what, you're right. I am feeling a lot of things that Sam's feeling. I'm hurt. I am angry. And I am embarrassed that I turned a blind eye for so long.
Why? Lucky you believed your wife. There's no shame in that.
No, I believed Elizabeth's excuses and every lie that she fed to me.
Okay. Do you really feel that way? Because if you do, you're not being fair to yourself, you're not being fair to your wife or your children. I mean, have you considered that it just might be better to separate?
I can't give up on my marriage. No matter how angry I am with Elizabeth, you know, I just don't know how to stop loving her.
I asked Jason to meet me yesterday after I had been accosted at the park. He made a decision to stay out of my life.
In case his life wasn't messed up enough already. You know, between the trial, everything else.
Right. He means so much to me. And beyond saving my life and Jake's, he's been more kind and selfless than I deserve. I love him. I love him. And I've rationalized all the time that I've spent with him that it wasn't hurting anyone, but the truth is it was hurting everyone. Me and Lucky, especially Jason.
Elizabeth, I know my brother, he wouldn't end your relationship because he was getting hurt.
He did it to protect Jake. And me and Cameron, he did it to protect us. But we're safer if there's no contact with him.
There's only one problem. You want that contact.
And I'd be willing to take that risk for myself.
You would walk away from Lucky to be with Jason.
I have 2 children I have to consider. I have to do what's best for them. And whatever happens with me and Lucky, whether we get divorced or not, I can never be with Jason.
Look, we're in a strong position right now. Alcazar's gone. There hasn't been any problems.
Doesn't make any sense. The professional would try to grab Elizabeth and her kids in the middle of the afternoon, right in the center of the park, okay? But if it was a setup to scare Elizabeth, you know that's how Rick thinks.
Yeah, it is. But Rick claims to care for Elizabeth.
Oh, come on, man. You didn't see what Rick did to Elizabeth on the witness stand. He hurt Elizabeth to get to me. It just makes sense that Rick would threaten Elizabeth and her kids.
You know what? You can make a case against Rick, but the thing is, you know how many enemies we've had over the years? Any one of them could have seen you and Elizabeth's relationship in the papers, in the news.
I get it, I know, and it gives Rick cover.
Right. I mean, he's a snake. And you know what? He could set this whole thing up. I believe that. But the thing is, he may not. So we can't let ourselves get caught up in hating him so much that we overlook the other possible threats.
I just need to find the men who threatened Elizabeth and make them give up who they work for.
Hello?
It's Elizabeth Spencer. Did I catch you at a bad time?
I'm in a meeting with Jason.
Oh, please don't tell him that it's me. I don't want him to know what I'm doing.
I don't know where they are.
Guess we're too late. Too late for what?
Noah. How are you feeling?
Oh, tea does wonders for a singer's voice.
So, you going on?
I'm gonna give it one hell of a shot, yeah.
You know, I was wrong to unload on you like that earlier. This concert isn't about our personal drama.
No, it's not. Can I ask you something?
Yeah?
Did you really become a surgeon because of me?
You kidding? Of course.
How did I miss that?
Because you don't pay attention. You know, growing up, when you wouldn't show up to my games or my graduation or whatever you promised you'd be at, I used to tell all the other kids that you were busy saving lives. And as much as I wanted you there, it was like having my own personal superhero.
I'm proud of you, Patrick. I wish I'd done so much more.
You're here now. That's all I ever wanted.
If you approve the deal I was offered by your assistant DA, I will sever all ties with Sonny. I'll do community service. I'll pay the fine. You want it to leak that Sonny is mentally ill? Will that give you the public humiliation you're looking for?
Well, I've got to say, I'm not surprised that you would go this far to preserve your own career. But you see, I prefer to watch Sonny choke on his own powerlessness. See, the harder I make things on you, the more humiliated he'll be. So, I'm sorry. There's not going to be any plea bargain. There's not going to be any community service. You are going to get your day in court, Miss Howard. And it's going to be as bad as you think it is. I promise you that.
Thank you for coming over.
I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I mean, you know, I don't, and why I have to keep this from my best friend?
Jason and I have decided to end our friendship. Something happened, and he has made the choice to stay away from me and my children.
Yeah, I know about that.
Oh, okay. Well, then you know how hard it is for everyone involved. He means more to me than I can even tell you. And I know that you're his best friend and he's hurting, which makes me worry that under the circumstances he's not going to stop to consider the risks he's facing.
I still don't know exactly what I'm doing here.
He's not going to take care of himself. I'm asking you to take care of him for me.
Well, you created this, Elizabeth. I really don't think you get to decide how he deals with it.
Well, see, Coop and I are having problems, and I thought maybe if I could help him solve a case, we could work things out.
So you're thinking that the clean-cut cadet will overlook your unseemly behavior in exchange for career advancement?
It's an insulting way to put it, I think, but it's true. If Coop catches those people that threaten Elizabeth and her kids in the park, then that would be good for him, and in turn, that would be good for me.
You would be well served to allow Coop and the other law-abiding ones to solve their own cases, okay? The fate of Fair Elizabeth is out of your hands.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to solve this case yourself so you can impress Lulu, but you're gonna tell me what you found out.
What are you doing here?
The bad blonde one is trying to foment a score between the fair Lulu and the Jackal.
Why don't you say something like that?
Quit messing with Spinelli.
Yeah.
Okay?
Quit messing.
Fine, but when you need help, don't ask me for a favor.
Okay. Did you find anything about the guys in the park?
You know, that's exactly what the bad blonde one was
I don't
asking
care about her. I need you to stay focused. I need you to find these guys.
Okay, it's, It's hard when there's nothing to go on, okay? Even the Jackal can't just conjure up
The
these
Jackal
evildoers
should
with
keep looking because I need to make sure these guys never threaten Elizabeth or her kids again.
Hi. Thanks for doing this. Thank you, thank you.
You know, I don't know what you have to say to me that you couldn't tell me at Windermere.
I know, it was incredibly awkward when you walked in and I was talking to Nicholas about you and I got flustered and I just want to let you know that I don't gossip, okay? I'm not that kind of a person, only because I hate when people gossip about
Sam,
me.
just tell me why I'm here.
Okay, well, it's not what you think. I need your help.
What happened?
Nicholas, I love Elizabeth. She's the closest girlfriend I've ever had, and I'm nowhere near perfect, but
What?
Jason was just tried for murder. He and Sam are finished. He's been through hell, mostly because he risked his freedom for Elizabeth and Jake, and now it's too dangerous for him to see them? It's just not fair.
Emily, wouldn't it be easier for Lucky and Elizabeth to work out their problems if Jason wasn't in the picture? I thought that's what you wanted.
I do. I did. Okay, I did. Until I realized how much we've all changed. It's wrong for Elizabeth to keep denying her own feelings. It's not going to do anyone any good. And I'm sorry, but as much as I love Lucky, my brother deserves some happiness too.
Well, as wonderful as I'm sure Jason is, and I'll have to just take your word for it, but I just can't see Elizabeth bringing her children home to a criminal, Emily. I mean...
Look, I'm not making excuses for my brother, but I just know that he would be so good for Elizabeth. He'd be so... But I know, okay? It's not my decision to make.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if there's some cosmic principle out there that says that Lucky and Elizabeth and you and I can't all be happy and in love at the same time.
Oh, God, please don't even say that. I would hate to think that our happiness comes at the expense of Lucky and Elizabeth.
Are you happy?
I know that this is where I belong. I don't doubt our love for a minute.
You mean the world to me, Emily, and I thank God every single day that you took me back.
When Elizabeth and the boys were threatened, the only thing on my mind was running off the attackers. But I've been going over and over it in my head, and Lucky, I am certain that they mentioned Jason, which is crazy because I think it makes me just as much of a target as it does Elizabeth.
Wait, how do you figure?
Well, Jason and I were closer. I lived together with him for 3 years, and I just look. I'm starting to worry that whoever threatened Elizabeth is going to come after me. So I need your help. I want to hire a bodyguard, and I would like to hire you.
Hey, could it be that these two men work for like a rival of Mr. Corinthos, sir? You know, maybe a territorial dispute.
No,
maybe?
they would get leverage on Sonny, not me.
Well, does my mentor think that the threats against Fair Elizabeth and her offspring, including the small Stone Cold one, are not in fact mob related?
Okay, who stands to benefit if Elizabeth is afraid? Who gets to say that they're right if Elizabeth thinks I'm dangerous?
I mean, I guess Fair Lulu's brother Lucky, but I don't know. I can't imagine that the cautious cop would hire evildoers to threaten his wife. I mean, to me, that sounds like something more that the DA of Darkness would do. Stone Cold, observe. Okay, look, this is security footage from a building on the perimeter of the park.
Okay.
Those two men seem to fit the
Well,
general
can you get a
description.
clear image?
Yeah.
Because I need to find these guys so they can give up Rick Lansing.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're the one who showed up at Jason's the night you slept together.
You know I did.
And then you decided to go back to Lucky.
Well, yeah, he was trying to quit using drugs.
Well, I'm not making any judgments. I'm just trying to get the facts straight. So you chose to go back to your husband, couldn't let Jason go, and you kept reeling him in. And I know that to be true because he would get calls on the cell phone. I was right there. And you would meet him at places like the pier, like You visit him a lot in prison, right?
I was just trying to help him.
The way he helped you out? When your baby was stolen, whatever you asked Jason to do, he would do it, no questions asked. Now it's over, and you can't leave him alone.
What's your point, Sonny?
The point I'm making is, if you and Jason have decided to stay apart from each other, you gotta let him go.
Kate.
When did you get into town?
I heard that you were in trouble. And I'm here to help you. When are you going to tell me that you're glad to see me?
I'm proud of you.
Wow. This is usually the time where you tell me you were right and I was a jerk.
No, I don't want to be right. I want you to be happy.
Noah, be careful! Are you all right? Oh my God! Are you all right?
What happened?
God, he tripped over the mic, and then these cases, they fell on him.
Did he hit his head?
I don't know. Did you hit your head? God, Noah.
Are you in pain?
I think it hurt my throat.
You're joking, right? You can sing, can't you? What do we do now?